All right, so there's something that has been on my heart recently that I've really wanted to share with everyone. I've been living by this mentality for a couple years now, but recently I really just feel like um, I want to share it and get it out there. So here we go. I'm going to try to do this. Have you ever had this conversation with your friend where your friend goes, "Hey, the other day I went whitewater rafting. It was amazing. It was a ton of fun." And you say, and this is the important part, but you say, "Oh, I've always wanted to do that." And then your friend kind of goes, "Yeah, you should. It was awesome and amazing." And you say, "Oh, well, I don't have time, or I don't have money, or the kids aren't old enough," or a million and one different reasons why you can't do this thing. Or maybe it's not something so big and exciting, but it's your friend comes up and says, "Hey, I signed up for these Spanish lessons. I'm taking these Spanish classes." And you say, "Oh, I've always wanted to learn Spanish, but never have." And your friend goes, "Oh, well, you should sign up with me." And you say, "Oh, well, I need to get a sitter, or I would need, to take the time off work." Okay. But the key here is that you have these things that you always say, "I have always wanted to do that with." And they are hanging over your head, and you're not living your life to your fullest potential, and you're not doing everything that you want to do because of all these reasons. And the only thing that's holding you back is you and these excuses that you're giving yourself. So a few years ago, I realized that I was doing this exact thing. I was constantly saying, "I've always wanted to do that," right? About all these different things. And I realized that I was just going to go ahead and start doing them. I was going to find a way to start doing them. It doesn't mean that they don't take sacrifices. It doesn't mean that it didn't take time or effort, but I decided to do them. That way I could no longer say, "I have always wanted to do that." Now I can say, "I have done that. I loved it. It was awesome. It was amazing. I don't have these things hanging over my head anymore." So I think what I want to do is I just want to encourage you guys to look at your life and to see if there's anything in your life that you can say that about. "I have always wanted to do this." And maybe you don't think about it all the time. Maybe it only comes up when you are talking to someone or someone else mentions it. But if it's something that you can say that about, you should really try to do it. And there's no reason that you can't. So, how I kind of started this was I signed up for sign language classes. Now, I'd always wanted to learn sign language, but I never had. And I decided just to go ahead and sign up for them. Now, is that a huge thing? No, but it's something that I'd always wanted to do. And basically, I decided to do it, and it took a little bit of sacrifice. I had to leave after work. I took 3 classes. I left directly from work. I had to pay someone to go home to walk Sequoia. So it took a little bit of sacrifice, but not a whole lot. Maybe something that's overhanging in your life is that you've always wanted to paint your front door bright blue. Maybe it's something as simple as that, and all you have to do is go buy paint. And maybe you hate it. Maybe you never do it again. Maybe you turn around and paint it brown. I don't know, but at least you can do it, and you don't have this overhanging thought of, "I've always wanted to do that." Okay, so another thing, one thing that took a little bit of time, because not all of these things can happen right away, but was that I'd always wanted to get into zoo management. So this is one where I had to wait for the right time. I had to wait to make sure I had the experience. I had to start applying. I had to find somebody that was willing to take the chance on me and hire me to be a supervisor, right? And that's a dream that I had had for a very long time. And one that kind of popped up shortly, that's fairly new on that list, was moving across country. Yes, I had lived in Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, but they were all right there in that same area. And I was looking to move away to experience a completely new area of the United States. And through getting my supervisor job, I was able to do that as well. So you see, like, all these different things have kind of happened because I've decided that I no longer want to be able to say, "I have always wanted to do that." If I say that, I'm just going to find a way to do it. Some of it takes extra money, okay? I loved my car, but I'd always wanted a crossover, an SUV, that sort of vehicle. So I ended up getting one. And this one took a lot of planning because it takes a lot of money. So that was a whole different ballgame, right? But I did it. And it's still something that I am working on because I still have to make sure that I afford the monthly payments. So it's not like these things are really easy or that all of them can happen immediately. Some of them do take extra time and extra planning. Maybe you've always wanted to run a bar, right? And that's going to take a lot of planning and a lot of time. But that doesn't mean that you can't right now take and figure out those beginning steps and to plan out what you want to do to get that done. It's totally possible to accomplish all of these things, big, small, little. If it's something that's just itty bitty and you can handle it right now, do it. Just go out there this week and sign up for those leadership classes that you want, or dye your hair red. Whatever it is that you think that you have always wanted to do, you need to find a way to do it because it'll completely change your life. You no longer have these overhanging negative thoughts that you are using excuses not to do. You now just do them. You figure out a way to do them. I'm starting the newest one, the biggest one I think that I have had. I have always wanted to do that. This one has been on the list since, I don't know, high school. It's been on the list forever, and I'm starting it next week, and I am so excited. And it has taken some planning, and it's going to cost me, a couple $100 that I didn't necessarily have. So I'm finding ways, I'm rearranging my budget, and I'm doing all this stuff to come up with this extra money just so I can accomplish this goal. And I am so excited because since high school, I have wanted to do this, and I'm finally getting to do it, and I'm going to check it off the list. And it is no longer going to be I have always wanted to do this. It's going to be I have done this, and it's super exciting to me. To be able to accomplish these things just make you feel so good, and maybe you never do them again. Maybe this is a one and done type of thing, and you decide that it's not for you, but that's not the point. The point isn't to do them for the rest of your life. The point is that you no longer have this thing in your life that you are dreaming about, but you're giving yourself excuses not to do. I would love to help you guys accomplish what you want to do in your life, big or small. If you want to try every margarita in your town so you know who has the best ones, sign me up. I will do that with you, right? We will go to every restaurant and try every margarita until we know which one is the best one, okay? It can be something so little. It can also be something so big. You want to hike the Grand Canyon? Great, let's do it. I will do that with you for sure. Don't let these things hold you back though from living the life that you want. Find a sitter, find the extra money, sell something, do whatever you can to make these things happen in your life. And I would love to help you. So why don't you guys just comment below what you've always wanted to do? There are so many people, and we are all so connected, that I know that we can come up with ways to accomplish these things together. Okay? All right. Well, that's just been on my heart. I hope it helps you guys in one way or another. Have a great day.